The last time I was in India, I was studying with a meditation teacher. And the previous teacher had also, there's a couple yoga therapy teachers that I was studying with that were talking about the importance of digestion and the importance of, like, really kind of efficient digestion. And my meditation teacher said to me at one point, basically, you're not going to be able to meditate if you're full of shit, right? So he said, I need you to go out and get this stuff called, now I've heard people call it Triphala and Triphala, and I thought that he said Triphala, but I've heard people call it both things. So for the sake of this, I'm going to call it Triphala. And he said, I want you to take this every morning, and it's going to help you digest and clean out your digestive system, because he told me, especially in the large intestines at the base of the ribs, there's kind of a dip. And my other Ayurvedic doctor said that the source of a lot of our illnesses is the food getting hung up there and not being fully digested and going through as quick enough, which is why he would talk about fasting. But my meditation teacher, like I said, had turned me on to this stuff called Triphala. He, while I was there, said, well, I want you to taste it so you know what it is. And I was going to go to the Ayurvedic hospital in Mysore, India to pick it up, which I did. And he gave it to me as a powder. So you can get it as a powder, although don't get it as a powder. But he gave me the powder, and it's like eating dirt. It's horrible. So you can get it in capsules, and I actually use like a couple different brands. And there's a link below. You can go and you can get this brand online. But I use a couple different brands, and I actually use it daily. If I'm going to take anything else like vitamin C or magnesium or any other supplements that I may be taking, I take it right with them after I eat. But you may want to experiment with that a little bit, because I've taken it after I've eaten and come to sometimes felt a little bit bloated. So sometimes before is better, and you'll have to find your rhythm. And it's like a really mild laxative. It's also a blood cleanser. There's a whole list of stuff on Wikipedia that it says it does. A lot of good stuff. But mainly for me, it just keeps the digestive system moving really efficiently. It's not like some wild, out of control flush of the system. It's very mild. But you'll definitely notice a difference, because the thing about noticing that difference is when you start to notice the difference, you're going to notice how much time you don't want to spend walking around with food in your belly or in your digestive tract. There's something pleasurable about having it clean and moving, which is why people fast, and which is why we would take these supplements. So this is absolutely a natural yogic Ayurvedic cure to constipation. The one thing I want to add, though, I know that there's been a rise of people using like painkillers, codeine, Oxycontin, all of these types of drugs. They're going to cause constipation. You're working an uphill battle if you're trying to stop that constipation. I mean, that it goes back all the way to people who were using heroin. It's the same thing. It's a terrible side effect of that. But any normal person is going to be able to really get their digestive sped up and amplified by this. And I guess if you're taking those drugs, this would help, although you might have to take more, and you might have to experiment a little bit with the dosage. Like I said, the capsules are best. The powder, it works. It tastes horrible, and for me, I just am not going to want to do it when I'm using the powder. I hate that I even bought it once. The capsules are just so much better. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments, and I hope this helps. Thanks for listening.